I'm here today to talk about a new product we're bringing into the United States. It's doing well in Australia and Europe, and it's from a friend of mine. And so, we're going to do Brilliant Polish America. The metal polish scene is what it is. I'm sure you guys have used most of it. We came across this and on using our show cars by accident, and we really liked it. We were asked to, try and sell it to our car family, and everybody started wanting it back. So I decided to invest in the product because I believed in it a lot. And if we use it, then it's got to work because I don't deal with no bullshit. So the work, most of us like to polish aluminum or stainless or any of that. So I got a little demonstration here today. So I got a couple strips of just regular aluminum that you buy at Home Depot or at your metal store or whatever. This is just, regular anodized, raw aluminum that, you build stuff with. And then I took it and I sanded it with 400 grit just to kind of even make it a little harsher, to kind of, prove the product a little bit. Got a piece of copper here. It also does chrome and so each one of these polishes, you got chrome and nickel, you got a trucker's salvation, which is for aluminum. It's a little bit coarser for the trucks. You got an ultimate sealer and stuff. You got silver and gold, which is not as harsh. It's good for the softer metals. You got copper and nickel, which it doesn't have the ammonias and the alcohols in it that destroy the nickels and the coppers. And then we have a chrome polish, and we also have the aluminum and stainless. I find that these are all the same chemical compound. It's just the ratio of the rouge and the the gritness of the cut in them. Your workhorse that we use most of the time on everyday cleaning and stuff is this one here. It's the aluminum and stainless. It's kind of a staple in the shop. So and it's what I'm going to show you on this kind of as a beginning. The real key to this stuff is to shake it up very well. You know what I mean? This kind of works chemically, not mechanically. So I'm going to do like a 30-second demonstration or something like that. You can always put it on a machine. You can always use it with a buffer, use it with a polisher. It's a little messy that way, but it's very effective. It works better on metal that's already been sanded and polished and done good. You can use it to bring it to a polish, but it's a little more effort. Once it's there, it's good to maintain and keep it there. It doesn't corrode very fast, and it resists water and diesel and gas. That's why we like it. So I'm going to do a little demonstration here. This is kind of just raw aluminum. First I'll do this one here, which is just one you buy off the shelf. So I'll spend about 20-30 seconds rubbing on it, and cleaning it up. And again, this works chemically, and the blacker it gets, the better it gets, The blacker you see on there, that means it's really, really, really working. So this is just a spot that, I kind of chose and rubbed on a little. And then you just rub that haze off, and you can see that it shines pretty quickly. It's the more time you spend, the better it gets, but it does it pretty effortlessly compared to the other stuff. So that's just a couple seconds on a raw piece of aluminum. And so this is a sanded piece here. I sand it with a DA, and it's at 400 grit scratches. Now, this isn't really coarse enough to take a tremendous amount of heavy grit scratch out, but it will polish them. And if you use a mechanical buffer, you can really kind of work all that out if you want it to. The other good thing is this stuff doesn't burn on your buffer. It stays kind of liquidy and wet. You don't get that residue and that smear. It cleans up easy. You only need a little dab like this. You don't need a lot. So I'm rubbing on this for about 20-30 seconds, just for demonstration purposes. But if you're cleaning your wheels for the car show, I know you guys have spent a lot more time on them. But this will give you a lot less effort than your other polishes out there. I don't want to say which ones, but I know you've all used the one. Mom has shown you some things and stuff like that. With different polishes that might work. But it's been about 25-30 seconds of rubbing on that, and that's a piece that's been sanded. So you can see how quickly that works, you know, and the effect that it has. Now, what's really cool about this, once you get it to that state and you start keeping it at that state, you can use this one we call the ultimate polish. The ultimate polish, what it does is it's the same compound, but it's a higher rouge content, less of a grit content, and it has some sealers in it for protectants. And so, you know, if you want stuff to, you want to take it to another level, say you're going to the car show on Saturday, you try this. Again, just a little dab will do you. You don't need a lot, and it goes a pretty far away. And what this really does is this step here will seal it, and it'll bring the luster a little bit higher, you know, because of the chemicals that are in it. And again, it doesn't take long. It takes a little bit of effort, but not a lot, not as many as some. And then you come back and then see the difference in the luster on it just by doing that next step. And again, this is 400 grit scratches right here. So, I mean, you know, if you look real close, you can still see some of the scratches in there. Of course, I'm not claiming it gets those out. You know, it takes a little work or sand and finer to do that. We're talking about the luster that the product brings even over 400 grit scratches. Now, if you're real insane like I am, or real sick and crazy, and you really want to get crazy on the show part of it, and you want to get it a little bit, then we can go to this one. This one's developed for silver and gold, okay? But again, it's got a real high rouge content for the softer metals and a real low grit. So again, real important to shake it till you hear the ball inside go. It's the most important part. It's not effective if you don't shake this very well. So, you know, the shaking is very important on it. So, again, just a little bit goes a long way. And this is the silver and gold. Now, what's cool about this, doesn't take a lot of effort once you get it to a certain state. And so the luster is just that much higher. And so here's what's really mind-blowing. You know, if Uncle Milty wants to grab his camera and zoom in on this, because this is kind of where it really, you do all that cleaning, you get caught in the rainstorm or whatever, and then you get the water on there and get your spots. Watch this. So it's pretty much spot free, and it stays like that for a long time. So that, and you know, you put gas on it, you put brake fluid on it, you put diesel, you put whatever you want on it. As long as you don't put acid on it, you'll be good to go that way. So that's kind of the long and short of it. So, you know, we have a chrome version for chrome and nickel. You know, this is for the more industrial grade, the trucker salvation. A lot of your big trucks don't have the same alloys in the aluminum and stuff, and they don't shine quite as quick because they're not as soft, because they're more industrial. This has a heavier grit for the road grime and stuff like that. So you can always clean it up and cut it with this, and then go over those stages I just did with the other polishes, and you can get it to a brilliant state. And then we also have for the silver and gold, your jewelry, your necklaces and stuff like that. And then you got the chrome and nickel again, and then this is our workhorse, the aluminum and stainless. Now this here is the brass and copper. It works just as well as the other stuff. So again, I forgot, but you got to shake these things because they're effective when you shake them. And you want to hear that little ball. Make sure you know, it's like a spray paint can. Yep. So you want to make that happen, and then again, a little dab of do ya. But this is a piece of copper, brass, something like that. Take a few minutes. Takes off the tarnish, the dirt, stuff like that. And then you can always go back over it with the ultimate polish and the gold and silver once it's done. You know, to get that extra little bit of oomph. But that's just a few seconds of polishing, and then you can see where we're at. So it's really good stuff. I use it on everything. I really believe in the product, and hopefully you'll like it enough and you'll buy it and help make me rich. So that's how it goes. All right, thank you.
Question.
Yeah.
What type of rag do you recommend?
Just microfibers.
Okay.
Just regular microfibers that you get everywhere.
And if someone was interested in buying this product, if they're not at a show, because I'm sure when you do your shows, you have this product.
They'll be available at our shows. And then the best place is that you can scan these bottles, or you can go online to Briliant Polish, and you'll have all that information for them. And we have a website set up for the whole thing. That's the best place you can get it. Available soon, but not right yet. But here in the next month or so, maybe 30 to 60 days, it will be available on Amazon, so you can look up Briliant Polish on Amazon. The other place to be available, we'll of course have it at the shows. And then pretty soon, Summit, Jegs, and Eastwood will hopefully by the end of the year be carrying it. Or if you and once you get it and you have it, all you have to do is scan the little QR code, and it'll take you right to the website, so you can reorder the same product again. So the best place, the best source for now, and probably in the future, will be the website. Okay. But if you're looking for it, we'll have it available on Amazon and stuff like that soon.
Also, if you guys want a working demonstration, always check for the one-off Rod and Custom vehicle, his trailer, and also at the Brooklyn Synthetic display stand where I'm selling Amsoil. It'll be there, and we'll show working demonstrations of the product, so to make you guys a believer, and you gotta make your purchase and make your car shine, because I'm about to go shine up one of mine right now. Later.